Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And now I would like to invite Madame Crones to take the floor for 5 minutes, please.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair, and thank you to all of the witnesses for sharing your experiences and your perspectives on this important issue. We have heard universally that displacement in the world is growing, and there really are, but I'd like to pick it apart a little bit in terms of the two main sources of it, because whether displacement is internal or external, these days it's a combination in some cases of the concept of forced displacement, which is sort of the involuntary movement of people, but there's also a more invidious form of displacement that has been occurring in terms of strategic depopulation, where in some cases it is not actually clear who the actor is that is the sort of instigator of it. But nonetheless, it is a tactic that is often used indiscriminately to intentionally empty a geographic area for one reason or another. And so, Mr. Smolansky, I was hoping that you might talk a little bit or expand a little bit, because I think you hinted at this in your opening remarks, about the potential political impacts of this kind of displacement on things like voter eligibility or participation in key electoral districts. I suspect you've experienced this and have some knowledge of it happening in Venezuela.
Sure. Thank you. Well, what I can say regarding voting eligibility is that at least in the case of Venezuela, Venezuelan migrants and refugees have been illegally banned for voting. We have not been eligible for vote for more than a decade. It is estimated that approximately 5 million out of the 9 million Venezuelan migrants and refugees could vote because they are over 18 years old, which is what the Constitution says. And we have not been able to do it. So this is a political discrimination. And if I may add, not only we are suffering from a violation of our political rights, in this case to vote, but at the same time, one of the tragedies that we are facing more and more is our right of our identity. Millions of Venezuelans, it is difficult to estimate today, don't have a passport or have an expired passport. So they have restrictions of mobility. And I don't want to put this on my on first person, but let me just share my story. I've been banned life. I have a illegal ban life for public service in Venezuela. I was mayor and I was illegally removed from office, forced to be in hiding for 35 days until I fled my country disguised as a priest until I got to Brazil. I've been in exile for 9 years and my passport is expired since 2019. I don't have any possibility to renew my passport due to political reasons. But I have the opportunity in front of this parliament and in front of this witness to share my story. But this is the story of millions of Venezuelans. So this is something that, as I said in my remarks, if we want to have a truly restoration of democracy and freedom in Venezuela, well, we need that what started in July 2024 with the elections and with people voting on a free and fair elections.
I believe we're in Canada when the sort of most recent episode in Venezuela's political history occurred. And I'm wondering if you might comment on the role that disinformation played in your own experiences and in Venezuela's situation, and how it benefits actors in international relations who may not want the best outcome for countries in terms of democracy.
Well, the role of misinformation in Venezuela, it's huge. It is the regime has a very strong propaganda apparatus, with the support of non-democratic external actors. such as China. There are different reports on how Chinese technology has helped Venezuela's regime not only to expand propaganda, but at the same time, censorship. So, for example, in Venezuelans in Venezuela, if they don't have a VPN, they cannot access to X or Twitter. They don't have access to independent media. So they have to use a VPN. So it has become a very important issue and concerning one. And this started 16 years ago when just Twitter was starting. Hugo Chavez created what he called the communications guerrilla. And these are thousands and thousands and thousands of users in X that now are bigger with trolls and bots, that they are attacking and threatening anyone who thinks differently from the regime every single day. By the way, I have to add something that regarding expired passport, I have to be grateful with Canada, which is one of the few countries
quickly,
yes,
please.
I just have to say that Canada is one of the few countries that allows Venezuelan expired passport.
Thank you, Ms. Clones, and